If you're interested in investing in real estate, there are still a lot of opportunities out there right now, but they're not really in Canada. Well, at least they're not in Ontario. As you know, we have huge rental issues here. Specifically, they favor the tenants and they do not favor the landlords. Not that really anybody should be favored in this situation, it should really be equalized. It's a business, and if you don't pay your rent, then you should be evicted or charged. Anyhow, but it's unfortunately standard in Ontario that the tenants have all the rights. I recently was in a situation this weekend where we had approximately 10 viewings to do for a lease on Friday. We canceled two of them because when we drove around in the neighborhood, they just did not want to live there, which I totally can appreciate that. And you have to know that if you're applying for a lease right now, you really need to pay attention to your credit score, make sure that you have a job, have all of your information prepared, ready to go, because it is quite the process for us to put all the information together for landlords or fellow agents that are submitting to their landlord client. And keep in mind that landlords are very apprehensive right now of leasing. So if they have good tenants, they will hold on to those tenants. Chances are they probably won't even do a rental increase year over year because they want those tenants to stay there. Good paying tenants are really important. I'm not suggesting that investing in Ontario is a completely like a bad thing, but I am saying that from a business model perspective, it's not necessarily something that a lot of people want to get into right now. And I completely understand and respect that. A lot of investors have left Ontario and have moved on to greener pastures where they can actually have decent cap rates. A lot of them have gone down to the States. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but we can, in fact, now get mortgages in the US. I mean, we have been able to for a little bit of time, but there are specifically companies in Canada that cater to investment in the US. It's basically a debt service credit ratio directly linked. It's not even personal to us anymore. It's strictly to the property and the revenue that it's generating. I mean, obviously, there's more involved to it than that. However, it gives us the opportunity as Canadians, as long as you have a deposit, which generally has to be about 30% or up. Keep in mind, again, I'm speaking in averages right now. I'm not speaking in specifics. So just to give you a generalization of the fact that this is available to you. I know when I started getting into real estate investing years ago, these were not available to us. You had to partner up quite often with a US person if you wanted to invest in the US and do a JV, blah, 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 which is not something that I really wanted to get into at that particular time. I did other things instead and invested locally in the Kitchener-Waterloo area, which proved to be quite profitable. So I just want to say that there is a lot of opportunity out there. My partner and I right now are exploring in the US market, seeing what's available out there. And we plan on purchasing a rental property in one of the southern states because we want to invest in an area that is favorable to landlord laws and not favorable to tenants. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a disparaging way to tenants, but what I do mean is if a tenant is not paying their bill, they should not be allowed to stay in a property for 8 months to a year and a half before anything is even recognized and the issue is addressed. And these are the issues that we're facing in Ontario, which is why we have a mass exodus of investors that are leaving the Ontario market, which I know there's a lot of people out there that are quite negative and they speak negatively of investors, which I think is absolutely ridiculous because we need people. We need the larger corporate entities. We need smaller mom and pop investors to be in the investing ring, to offer opportunities for people to have places to live. Because they work really hard, they save their money, they do their investments, they buy rental properties as a backup for retirement. And no one should be allowed to live in someone else's property for an extended period of time without paying their rent. That being said, I will say if you are looking to rent right now, make sure your credit score is decent. Make sure you have a rental application, like a reference letter. Make sure that you have proof of employment. Sometimes they want to see pay stubs. Sometimes they want to see credit scores. Sometimes if you're self-employed, you'll have to offer a little bit more information to validate your earnings. They are going to ask for a lot, and landlords rightfully so have the ability to do that because of the situation that we're in right now. We have seen a drastic change over the last 3 years comparable to what we had before, because of the group of tenants that have not paid. So that's all I want to say. There are opportunities out there elsewhere. I mean, there are opportunities in other provinces in order for you to earn money if you want to invest in real estate. Excuse me. But myself personally, I feel that I want to invest in the US or at least explore that market. And I will happily take you on that journey with me to share in the experience so you can get an idea of what's going on down there, what properties are available, what the cap rates are, what we're looking at for mortgages, what we had to do to qualify, et cetera, et cetera. So this will be the first in a series of investment videos. As I'm learning things more and more, I will share them with you. I will offer any assistance or opportunity. Right now, we're exploring the opportunity of either do we want to do an Airbnb? What states do we want to do it in? If we choose Texas, for example, what are the Airbnb laws down there? How does this work? What is the mortgage available to us? How much do we have to put down? What do we need for property management? How do we establish a decent credit score in the US? All of these sorts of things. Excuse me. So that's all. And I want to share this with you. If you're looking at investing, I'm a very conservative investor. Could be because I'm female. I know females have a propensity to be more conservative than their male counterparts for investing. It's just, I think, innate to our nature. I mean, I'll speak for myself. I'm a fairly assertive, aggressive individual. However, when it comes to investing, I am very conservative and boring. And I'm okay with that because to me, that's safe. I have made lots of mistakes in my investment portfolio over the years. And those are the things that I learn from the most. So successes are great and rewarding, but it's the failures that teach you what not to do the next time and how to handle things differently. So I will keep you updated as time goes on. I will share things as I begin to learn them. We are aiming to head down to Texas, actually, for investment in April sometime and tour properties. I've already reached out to some agents down there to get some more information. Mortgage brokers I've already spoken to. We have to form an LLC. So I've also found out about learning how to establish credit in the US without having a US address. So I will be doing that as well. So I'm happy to share this journey with you. I'm happy to move forward and offer whatever information I can in assistance to give you an opportunity to have an alternative investment as well. Because sometimes you have to step outside your box in order to get ahead in life. And that's what my guy and I are willing to do. So for now, peace out. Love y'all. I will have another video shortly on where I think we're going economically. Had a great conversation with somebody recently, and I'm definitely on the same mindset that he is. So yeah, it'll be an interesting ride over the next few months. I know they held the interest rate, so we are going to see a bit of a stalemate for a while, but all hell's going to break loose when they start dropping the rates and people start jumping back into the ring of buying. Get ready for 2021 rates. According to Statista, it's going down, folks. Love y'all. Peace out. Ciao for now. Bye.